Uncle C, back in the office, and in today's video I'm going to be discussing exactly the only way to win against hypergamy and female nature in 2022. Now, these frameworks that I'm about to show you behind the screen on this whiteboard have not only served me to win when it comes to certain areas of my life, whether that be business, whether that be my mindset, my motivation, but this is also going to be the keys to your masculinity to unlock a deeper level future with the quality of companion that you've always wanted. Let's dive in. Now, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Zander. I'm the founder of Headman. I'm here to revitalize masculinity and help make men full stack. So let's dive into the very first mindset principle a man has to adapt in order to truly master female nature, or himself for that matter. The very first thing that you want is a hyper-focused drive. Okay, this drive right here is what I like to call masculine ambition. And what this boils down to you having a 10-year plan for your life. The funniest thing that I constantly see in the entrepreneurial space or anybody is people who constantly flip-flop what they do. One minute they are wanting to open up a shoe store, the next minute they're wanting to do Shopify, the next minute they're wanting to do Amazon FBA, and the next minute they're a fitness coach. It's like every single business model can work, every career path can work. It's about how long can you stick out the journey. And the only way to do that is to truly be on your purpose. Now, when you're on this purpose, this stems into you having massive belief. One thing I'd like to tell you about anybody who's successful is that they will consistently have doubt in their head day to day. Some of you might look at me and you might think, well, you have a massive following. Okay, you are coaching all these clients, you've had all these products, all these services that have been a success. But in actuality, I have the same limiting beliefs in my head every single day. I think, oh, what if I do something wrong? What if I get in trouble? What if I'm a failure? But the key is to consistently have this belief and tell yourself you will persevere regardless. Okay? We do not know what the unknown will bring. That's why it is our duty to up-level ourselves financially, to up-level ourselves socially, to understand social calibration and social cues at a level far surpassed that other people have. And the last is to up-level the status. Now, with all three of these, if you'd like to know which are the most important, truth be told, it's up-leveling socially, and here's why. I see guys all the time, they come up to me and they say, Casey, I want to make $1 million. Teach me how to make $1 million. And I look at them and I hear the words that are coming out of their mouth. I hear the belief sets that are coming out of their mouth. And the problem is they only have the skill set, they only have the belief set, they only have the attitude, they only have the social calibration of somebody who makes 50 to 80K a year. So I could give them $1 million business advice. I could show them how to do it, but they don't know how to utilize it. So that would be like me going to a tool shop, okay, and I buy the most expensive power drill, and then all of a sudden I don't even know how to use it or how to attach the drill bits or anything. Tactics are nothing unless you have adapted these skill sets, and the only way to adapt these skill sets is to have hyper-focused drive. When you pick what it is you want to do in life, what you want to be known for, you must understand that there will be self-doubt, and there will be limiting beliefs. Regardless, it's your job to push through it because you have a 10-year plan. Because you tell yourself you will stick it out for the long haul when most would give up. And that right there is how you live a life that 99% of most will never live. The next thing that you need, once you have this hyper-focused drive and this 10-year plan, is going to be tunnel vision, okay? Tunnel vision means that you will close out all distractions, okay? I was just talking to a friend about this the other day. I have over 33 or 34,000 TikTok followers. I was telling him I've never watched a TikTok. Think about that. 35,000 TikTok followers. I've never watched a TikTok video. I don't know how they produce them. I don't know what. I just talk and I say my stuff. That's because I have tunnel vision. So this tunnel vision gives you that hyper-focused drive and it condenses it. Okay, once you have tunnel vision, you're like, okay, I got the blinders on. I'm focused. I'm driven. Okay, I'm doing these things. The next piece is you have to start to identify the tactics. Okay, most people look for the tactics and the shiny objects before they've had the belief sets that will serve them. In actuality, you must start to now find the tactics only once you've ingrained these belief sets of having hyper-focused drive, of understanding it's your duty to up-level yourself socially, to understand social calibration, okay? Then comes the tactics, and the only way to get the tactics is you need mentors. You need people, okay? I did not go to college, yet I've spent hundreds of thousands on learning from the right people. Okay, the right people that mesh with what I wanted to do. I'm still a student to this day. I'm still willing to pay for the education, the training that I need to ensure that I can live the life that I want to live. There's only two things. You are either growing or you are shrinking. There is no such thing as stagnation. The second you are stagnant is the second your business, your personality, who you are, you will start to shrink. Okay? You'll start to get weaker because you're not progressing. So the mentors help you unlock people. Now, mentors can be a mentor in anything that you need. Okay? For some of you, that could be how to structure your taxes. For some of you, that could be how to buy real estate. For some of you, that could be how to make a YouTube channel. Link in description down below, by the way, for that one. But you get what I'm saying. These mentors pay off because people are the way to get information quicker, and information is truly the only thing that buys time. What this boils down to in life is it's all about who you know. If I'm in a bad pickle, if I'm in a bad spot, I need to know people to help me get out of it. The only way I will know these people is if I've up-leveled myself socially, I have enough social calibration to make those connections, and then I have enough status in their eyes where I'm somebody worth talking to. If I'm living on the street or not chasing excellence, there's going to be no way for me to have the type of status where they're going to look at me as I'm somebody worth their time. Even if I am calibrated socially, it all works as a whole. Okay? So it's all about who you know. Now, when you know these people, this is why it's even more important and most crucial to build your value. Because when you build your value, this is so you can meet others of value. Like attracts like, okay? I know 0 pro football players. Why? Because I'm not one. I have not built the value in being an NFL Hall of Fame quarterback, okay? But what I do know is a lot of business people, because that's what my sphere was in. So because of that, I have networked with them. Now, you need to find the people that you need. And this is the only way. And some of you might be wondering, well, I clicked this video for female nature, female dynamic. You have to understand something right now. So many of you put the cart before the horse. You see, there's so many who are wanting to learn the tactics of female nature, the tactics of game. They've not solidified anything in their life as a man. They do not live by a certain code. They do not live by principles. They're concerned about attraction when they don't even have their life together. I've been there. I've been there many of times. In fact, I think a lot of us are there. So, you're like, Casey, I understand this. What do I do? Well, instantly you want to tackle exactly the things in life that you can control. And I made a list of everything that you can actually control. The first thing that you can control is you can control your health. And what I mean by can control is you can't control what's going to go on in politics. You can't control what's going to go on in the economy. You can't control what's going to go down on the street on a Saturday night. You can't control any of that, but you can control these things I have right here. The first is your body. You can pick how you look by changing the food that goes into your mouth. Okay? You can also change your wealth. You can change your wealth by actually learning, investing in the right people and the right mentors to push you in the spots that you need to be pushed. And this boils down and solidifies into you controlling your mindset. If before over here you were in scarcity with resources, scarcity with people, scarcity with women, and now over here your mindset is of abundance and you think, hey, I can do whatever I set my mind to because I know I have the work ethic, I have the 10-year plan, I have the massive belief, I have the tunnel vision to do so. What will happen is your mind will fortify where you're stronger than most. And this is so important because without these 3 things, it's very hard to actually create boundaries. Not only boundaries within your relationships with the companions that you date, but just in day-to-day life, okay? What you can control is what you will and what you won't tolerate. So the biggest reason why men get left by specific women they're into is because they have tolerated such poor behavior, and it has lowered the attraction and the value in her eyes for so long that he can't even dig his way out of it. And it's because the boundaries were not set of the expectations, and not to mention there was no consequences for those boundaries being broken. If you cannot dissolve a relationship, you will never have any strength in your own life to come from the point of leverage. You will consistently be at everybody else's beck and call, and it's because you don't have the massive belief within yourself to take control of the things that you know you need to take control of. You want the advantage of female nature and hypergamy? Well, you're going to have to work, and there's no way around it. And as soon as you start to adapt this mindset, as soon as you start to ingrain these principles in your head, you're going to live a much more fulfilling life. Now, by the end of this video, you have 2 choices, you really do. You can continue to take on this challenge all by yourself, watching YouTube influencer after YouTube influencer after YouTube influencer, guru after guru with no success. Or you can take the map to the minefield so you can get results at a much quicker pace by investing in the right mentors and the right people and processes that serve you. Which leads me to point you into the direction of my brand new MBT webinar for 2022. If you're a man and you see the power in getting the shortcuts to the information to excel in life, I highly recommend you going down below and hopping into the MBT webinar. Okay, MBT stands for Masculine Behavioral Techniques, and it's an exact step-by-step process so you can attract the quality of companions that you've always wanted while fortifying the strong masculine mindset that you need to conquer the things in life that you genuinely want success in. That's number one. Number two, there is a few spots open this month for coaching one-to-one with me. If you're wanting help with that and you want to actually speak with me personally, Casey, I recommend going down below, booking a call with my brother Cole for the Men's Full Stack 1%er program, and last but not least, hop onto the Headman Nation newsletter. I post multiple newsletters per week where I'm actually showing you behind the scenes, behind closed doors advice and things that I'm doing within my company and within Headman to serve you at the highest degree possible. Hit the like button, comment and subscribe, and we will see you in the next one.